that happened during practices that you like, yeah? I know, okay, I can feel it. There are so many things. Yeah? Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Alright. Captain.
Let's hear it from the captain.
Skipper. Go for it.
What else?
Anything which,
Yeah, like usually I would hear these whenever I talk to Peter Wright or Josephine, they would tell me these certain stories that would happen during matches.
Yeah.
Like someone would slip and just accidentally catch a ball and be like, yeah, I totally caught it, but it was unfortunately.
Talk about run out. Yeah, we're going to run out. What run out?
Well, let's pretend that we don't know. Well, anyway, it's been a blast talking to you all, and we wish you on behalf of Good Morning Sri Lanka all the best for the upcoming match. Now, of course, the upcoming matches as well, and all the best for your future endeavors. All right, Jason?
Yeah. Later on the show, we'll have more Peter Wrights coming to speak about what they think will be happening this weekend. So we're going to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. More on Good Morning Sri Lanka. Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. In case you just tuned in, we have the St. Peter's cricket team on our show to speak about the Reverend Friar Maurice Legock Trophy. And it happens to be the 80th time this tournament is happening. We have more players from the team. Good morning to you all. Starting off from my right, we have Chemila, who is an all-rounder cricketer, and we have Oshan, who is also the wicket-keeper and a good batsman, I might say, as well. And we have Chandala, who's also a batting all-rounder, and Sachin, again, a batting all-rounder. Good morning to you boys. Good morning. All right, so now your team captain and your vice captain were here before, and they were telling us what a great season it's been for you all. Now, you've had no losses.
Yes.
You've been victorious so far. How do you boys feel about that? Are you proud, young and proud, as Peter writes, to be unbeaten this season?
Yeah, very proud.
Should be proud.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So now let's speak about your individuals, how you play. Now, Chemila, you being an all-rounder bowler, how do you think you've performed so far this season? This season started last October. Now, it's been a while. How do you maintain that constant, being really good at what you do constantly?
I have picked up like about 40 wickets.
Right.
So I feel
You should smile.
I feel good now.
He's like, I picked up 40 wickets. And he's like...
No, I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
I've done better than last season. So I'm looking forward to the big match. Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. All right, Oshan, what about you? How do you think you've performed last year? Throughout the season? Pardon?
This season I performed well.
Yeah.
Last year I couldn't perform well much in my batting way.
Right.
So this year I think I have done well in my wicket keeping too.
Okay, what was your batting rate this did you keep count? Or?
20.6, something like that.
That's brilliant. Alright, so now here's the thing I'm always curious about. Now the wicket keeper is the only one who has a different role when it comes to a cricket team. How does your day start when it comes to practice sessions? How would you start practicing as being a wicket keeper?
Definitely you have to, if you are a wicket keeper, definitely should be an active person every day.
Right.
So I think that's better if I can be a good active person in the future too.
Right. That's really good.
Yeah.
Alright, so Chandala, now let's speak about your batting experience when it comes to the tournament. How do you think you've performed so far?
I performed well. I scored 260
260 this season. Amazing, yeah?
and I took 12 wickets.
That's awesome. 12 wickets, man. 12 wickets and 260 runs this season. Alright, and Sachin, what about you so far this season?
I played 8 matches during the season.
Right.
And I've scored around 250 runs and I've taken 10 wickets.
10 wickets, man. And here's the funny thing though, you boys are like really cool and calm about your statistics, like how you pretty much performed, when it's something very admirable what you boys have done so far.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
Actually, the whole team has done well this season, and mainly the captain and vice captain, they have done very well.
Right.
Yeah, they are in the peak, and there are some of few players who has done well, like Dinesh Timodja and Naveen Darshan, and they are not here actually.
Right.
And yeah.
Now each cricketer, in Sri Lanka cricket is a part of Sri Lankans, right? And when you play in a cricket team, everyone has a dream of playing for our Sri Lankan cricket team in the future. Let's talk about this now. Personally, do you see yourself being a Sri Lankan cricket superstar in the future? Because obviously, throughout this tournaments in the past, we have had our Sri Lankan superstars just coming out of these matches. Would you say, starting with you, Shamila, would you say that you would be a Sri Lankan cricketer in the future?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to play cricket in my future.
Right.
And at least Sri Lanka A or something like that. My aim is to obviously play cricket in the future.
Right.
So yeah.
Roshan, what about you?
Oh, straight away I cannot say that I have idea to play to Sri Lanka because it's a big dream.
Right.
It's not easy to play. There are so many players in Sri Lanka in the whole world. So better if I can think what I can do tomorrow. I think that's the best thing.
Tomorrow, yeah, that's right. And what about you, Chandala? Playing for the Sri Lankan cricket team, is that in your dream list?
Yes.
Yeah? Awesome, man. I love how Chandala is so nervous. He's like, oh no, TV, cameras. Alright, what about Sachin? What about you?
Any player's dream would be to play for their country. So, of course, at the moment I cannot say that I will be able to play for Sri Lanka, but it's my dream to play for Sri Lanka.
Awesome, man. Alright, Sachin, tell me this. Now, what I asked your vice captain and your captain was, obviously there's certain, although you would have a great run, you've had no losses, there's certain disappointments in our game. Personally, what you saw as a team player, would you highlight a few disappointments that you saw that you didn't like your team taking a turn in?
Mostly about our fielding wasn't that good.
Okay.
So we are trying to improve in it.
Right. So far, what are the preparations that you guys have done for this, just around the weekend matches that are coming up?
We had our last practice yesterday. And,
Day before yesterday.
yesterday.
Okay.
And we are ready for this weekend.
Right. Okay. And for you, Shamila, what do you think, the preparations-wise? Have you kind of pushed your team, as also a team player, have you pushed your team to its utmost limits when it comes to practicing and ready for the match?
Yeah, once you practice well, you can obviously do well at the match because you know how you should do, how you should bowl, how you should bat, because it all comes from practices.
Right.
So once you, if you do your practices well, you can be sure that you can do well at the match.
Right. Now, your master in charge, Sanat, was telling me that you don't have your own home grounds when it comes to the field.
Yeah.
You were boys that are going to different grounds to play. Do you think that has affected your game?
Not much, but there have been.
Can't say like that also because there are poor people also that they does not have turf.
Yeah.
And so
we need to play with our difficulties.
different ways. So that's I think if you can do like that, it's better.
Right. So you're saying this has developed your skills even better, that when you go to certain different other grounds.
Oh, but you can't say like that also because if the whole team has a good mentally, I think they can do well.
Right.
When they bat in the centre, in the side wickets,
Right.
I think it's okay.
Right. All right. Overall, since we're running out of time, how do you guys think that you will perform this weekend when it comes to the match with the Josephians?
Obviously, we are aiming for a win. We are obviously we have our plans and stuff.
Of course.
Looking forward to it.
You can't tell me a little bit of the plans, no, so I can tell the Josephians. I'm joking. No, Right, so you all agree that you boys will perform well, and of course we here at MTV Sports wish you boys luck for this coming weekend. I'll be that crazy guy in the corner in the podium waving at you guys, cheering you on. So again, good luck and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. All right, so if you want to check out the match, make sure you head on this weekend, or you can even email us at mtvsports@maharaja.lk for more information. This is Good Morning Sri Lanka, and I'm your host, Jason. We will see you tomorrow.